Well, giving my first impressions of the WlToys L939. I just got this a couple days ago, and I'm quite impressed. For the price that I paid for it, I paid like $25, and it was shipped out of New York from a U.S.-based seller. I paid a little more than having to come from China or coming from Hong Kong, but I'd rather support the States. So other than that, well, even though they come from over there anyway, it's just us guys just making more. So we'll say I wanted it faster. So I wound up getting it, and I was quite impressed on how it almost represents the HPI Blitz. That was one of the reasons why it intrigued me to get it, because of the looks of the body and the short course truck. So, and the rubber wheels, that intrigued me as well. I noticed that HPI has one coming out. I don't know if it's released yet, but it's the same size. You could see the difference in the size here from my hand comparison, and basic pencil. So other than that, I'm quite pleased with it. It's got good speed. The handling, it's something I have to get used to. It is proportional steering. The L929 is not, and that drove me to this as well, and the price range. I believe HPI is going to be selling theirs for $60, and again, only $25 for this, just to try it and see if I liked it. If I liked it, maybe I'll go with a little better quality. But other than that, I ain't going nowhere. So I just wanted to show you a few things that I've done to it. First thing, I noticed that the antenna was pretty much just curled right in this area, and they just had it laying down. So to increase the range, and it increased it quite a bit, I just drilled a hole in the body and just send the antenna right through the hole, and that's pretty much about it. You don't need any clips. It's pretty much friction grip once you put this body on these posts, and it just holds it down quite well. I was quite surprised. Now, what did I do to this? I changed out the springs. They had the stock springs in the rear, because it does have like this, I don't know, suspension, as you might want to call it. Just 2 springs. It's not much, but hey, it's a fun little car. So what I want to do, I wanted to stiffen it up a little bit, so I wound up using a pen, and you probably got a billion of them around, and I noticed through the pens that I was looking at, the springs pretty much have a different tension. So you'll have a wide variety of springs that you can use, and the ones that I happen to use was a little bit longer than this one that you see that came out of this pen that has 4 different colors in it. So I had to cut mine in half, and it's a lot more stiff than the one that came out of the one with the 4 different colors. So, and it really did a great job of keeping the back end down on the ground as I'm turning. A little more looser, I felt that it wanted to roll a little more, so that corrected it. So that's another way of you actually tuning the back end of this thing to your liking. Now, as far as the front end, I noticed if you take the front wheels, there was quite a bit of, in and out play. So the packing material, the clear packaging, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make almost like a C-clip of some sort, or if you have a C-clip, I just didn't have, or an E-clip, flip it right in between the hub and the pin, and that will take the slack out, and it won't drift as easy. This thing turns on a dime, and it has 5 different levels of speed that you can, if you want to give it to a younger kid, you can tame this thing down so, when you pull the trigger, it's not balls to the wall. So, and again, I'd like to say that the tires are all rubber, so they hook up really good, and I believe you can get replacement tires for it. And I'm sure that WlToys have thought of that. They do make some pretty decent products. But I just wanted to share them few things that I've done with this, and hopefully you can use that. And I highly recommend getting it for the money. You can't beat it on a rainy day, sitting on the couch and ripping around. It takes about maybe about 20 minutes to charge it, and you get about 10 minutes of run time as long as you don't have it, wide open throttle the whole time. But you're just going to be putzing around in the house and doing a couple little jumps. You'll get a full 10 minutes of run time. And what I was also thinking of doing once the battery goes inside, I believe they said it's a 120 milliamp LiPo battery inside of here. I don't want to take it apart yet, but I'm sure there's something online on how to take it apart. But it looks fairly simple to me. I was thinking maybe taking it out and putting in a 240 milliamp battery, and I'm sure this is a 3.7 volt. So I'm gonna check the stats on it and see what's actually kind of batteries in it, but I'm almost sure it's a 3.7. So that more milliamp, I'll probably double it up, and what I'll do is put a plug or something up here so I can take the battery out and charge it. Maybe put an external charge port up on top that corresponds to this plug. So I believe that'll work, and it'll work out perfect, and I recommend it. Get it. It's worth it. It's fun. See ya, and thank you for viewing.